Hello everybody, so I've just been out, so I'm a bit knackered. I'm tired today. Normally after a coffee I feel awake, but I think I've been drained because I met up with a new friend today. We did a lot of walking to the canal and everything, so now I'm knackered. So I've decided to sit down just for a minute and write my diary and talk to you guys about what happened. Okay, so since yesterday, my mum wants to go back to the restrictive times again. Remember, I told you that last year, or the year before, or whenever, since 2020 it was actually. Well, I'm getting to that now. I'm explaining that now. So a couple of years ago, my mum said that she wants to eat for about 7 o'clock at the latest. And if I didn't do dinner for 7 o'clock, she would, get really mad and have a massive go at me. And it could definitely be no later than 8 o'clock. So if it got to 8 o'clock or after, she would go absolutely ballistic. But she kind of allowed it to be later after a while. So about 8, but no later than 8. And if you remember, we used to call it doom o'clock and all that. It would be something like doom o'clock for 7 and death o'clock for 8, because that would be when she'd really scream at me and have a massive go at me and stuff, which was not pleasant. And as you know, she came at me with scissors because it was getting to that time a couple of years ago, the day after my birthday, and I hadn't done dinner yet. And lately she's not been, so like I say, if I stay out and get home kind of late, so maybe get home at 8 o'clock, obviously she'd be mad at me because I would just be doing dinner at 8 instead of making it for 8. So yeah, the title might not be a very good representative title. It just means the times are restrictive, meaning I have to cook for 8 now again, which is a pain in the ass because I've been doing everything later. I get up late, I go out late, and then of course I come home late and I do dinner late. So, she used to get very mad, but she's stopped doing that now. And she's kind of accepted my doing everything later. But now she has gone back to being more strict about it, and she wants me to do it for 8 o'clock again. So I managed to do it yesterday, so brilliant. But today I got up late and I went out. Yesterday I got up, but I wasn't going out, so I was able to cook as soon as I got up. So yeah, I actually managed to do it for 8 o'clock, which is fantastic. But today, because I went out, I got home for 8:15, and when I went in there, I thought I could still do it. It's not going to take long, this food. But I went into the living room and I talked to my mum about it, and she said, I asked her if she still wanted the food, and she said no. And she's going to be pissed about it. But she was kind of giving me the silent treatment at first. And then she had a massive go at me, which I've got a video, a recording of her going on at me again. And she's now threatening to tell. She said, right, so this is the conversation, how it went. I wish I'd recorded with my other phone because I could let you listen to it, but the recording's on this phone, so I can't let you listen to it. But she was basically saying that she's had her sandwich and she's had cornflakes, and now when I went in there she was having crisps, and she's basically saying she's gonna starve, and it's like really annoying. Hi, Issa. It's really annoying because she's obviously not going to starve because she's eating something. I mean, cornflakes, a sandwich, and crisps is decent. But she thinks she's going to starve because she's not having a proper dinner. And it's, she said something like, I said, you're not going to starve, because she kept saying it. And she kept saying, like, if I starve, it's your fault or something. I thought, but you're restricting yourself. And she says, I am going to tell the people who do my appointment at the doctor's about my diabetes and stuff next time I have an appointment. So basically, she's threatening she's going to tell someone that I'm not feeding her, you know, early. So she ends up not eating, apart from these snack type foods. And that, you know, I'm starving her, basically. She's going to tell people. And it's not fair, because she's obviously not going to starve, and I said this. Because she is, first of all, she's the one who's refusing to eat, or, you know, like telling me not to bother cooking. So she's sort of doing it to herself. Plus, she's not going to starve because she's eating something. And she'll lose weight like she wants to anyway, by eating minimal at night. So I kind of think it's unfair, but, you know, she doesn't think she's in the wrong at all. She thinks I am. Which I suppose I am, because, you know, I do everything late, which sucks. I don't know why, but I just can't seem to get out of this habit. But I just find it really restrictive. I find it really hard to do. I don't know why. I find it hard to do everything earlier. Like, even when I do get up earlier, I still tend to do dinner late. So I don't actually know why I can't just do it earlier, but apparently I just can't. So I find it really hard to do this. And I don't know, I guess my mum's gonna now start telling people that, I don't know, that I'm a bad person or something, because, you know, she's gonna tell people bad things about me, I guess. So they'll think that I'm a horrible person. And it's like, well, I never really want, it's like, my mum said, she said a while ago, and you heard it in the video, because I let you guys listen to it, that sorry, I'm tired, I can't think properly. She said, anybody else wouldn't have put up with you for this long, and you're like the worst. You know, like, she's had a lot of partners or whatever, people treating her badly, but apparently I'm the worst. Oh great, that's all I need. More things to fucking make me lose my trail of thought. Fluffy raccoon. Pause. Look at the cuteness. I got them here always, so I can look at how cute they are. Raccoon rule at night. Yeah, they do. So yeah, so she said that nobody else would put up with me for as long as she has, and I'm the worst of all the partners who have treated her badly or whatever. And I keep saying it, like, over and over again. I've said it. Why have you put up with me for that long then? If I'm so bad, why have you put up with me for so long? Why not just get a professional carer? Like, she even said years ago one time, and this was a long time ago, that, you know, she was going to get another carer in, a proper carer, and then maybe I'll get looked after properly. And I was like overjoyed. I was like, yeah, do it. But basically she said that I would have to go though. It's like, oh, okay. Cutens. Cutens. Lay paws. It's like, okay then, just, you know, so I will admit that years ago I was afraid that, you know, obviously that, you know, she would kick me out, and I wasn't really happy about it back then because I wasn't brave enough or confident enough to move out. So it's like, fair enough. But still, you know, why has she made me do all of this when, you know, I've not really wanted to do it? It's not really my thing, caring for someone, you know. So I feel like she has made it my fault all over these years. It's kind of like, well, at any time she could have gotten a carer in, but she's the one who's decided not to do that and just to make me be the carer all these years and not get any help, like proper help as she calls it. It's like, why haven't you done that then if I'm so bad? It's like, okay, I've tried my best, you know, it's not been my goal in life to be a carer for someone. It's not my profession, it's not what I love to do. Why should I be penalized, being forced to do something that is not really something I'm very good at or something I actually like doing, but I'm expected to be like perfect at it when I've not been trained, and it's also not something I really like doing. So I'd probably be better at it if I actually like doing it, if it was my ambition to do it, or it's something that I discovered that I like doing. Like, obviously I've never done it before and then I have to do it and I find out that I like doing it and I enjoy doing it. It's like, that would be different. I'd probably thrive then. But as it's not something that I really wanted to do, and when I did start doing it, I found it quite overwhelming, I will admit. So I've got it all in my diaries from years ago when it all started, and I stated in it that, you know, I basically went from doing nothing or doing the odd chore to having to do everything, and it really was hard. I found it very overwhelming. I felt like, I remember thinking, how can anyone be bored if they were doing something like this? Because obviously adults have to do this, I guess, for themselves, or if they have a family. I'm like, there's so much to do. It's like fucking endless tasks. So I remember thinking, I'd rather be bored than this. This is too much. This is too much. Because it was just all these stupid chores that were just not even normal. It's not, I can't imagine anybody else doing those particular chores. I can't even tell you what they were. I'm trying to think. I guess I'm just so used to it now that it's not even a big deal anymore. I will admit I'm sort of used to it now, so it's not really as overwhelming or as big a deal now as it used to be, but I still don't really like doing it. It's kind of like I'm used to doing it, so it's not as hard, but I don't like doing it. It's like making cups of teas and washing pots, and there's like so much stuff as well around, so it's harder to wipe around. And if I did anything wrong back then, my mum would yell at me in the beginning. Right. She would just, you know, she'd be in the living room for, oh, something went wrong. Don't know what that means. Yeah, she'd be in the living room all the time because obviously she was in a lot of pain in the beginning. So she would be in the living room for fucking ages, right? I'd be in here doing whatever she told me to because I had to get into this new routine and habit. So if after a while I thought I was doing a good job, my mum would come in, like maybe days later. Did you see that? It says something went wrong, tap to try again. I'm not sure if you saw that or if it was just on my end. I thought, oh no, it's not doing that disconnecting crap, is it? I've just uploaded a bunch of videos, more geese and stuff, more animals. I saw another cat in a window, and I put my hand there to do like a stroking motion, and it put its paw up at me again, just like the last one. But unfortunately, I wasn't recording, and when I started recording, it didn't do it again. So that was a real darn shame. But I swear to God, it did. It did put its paw up at me again. So that's 3 cats I've had do that now. It's really sweet. And we saw some horses, and today I saw some geese and ducks and more hens or coots. The plus I saw in the window is monetized, so I can actually share that with you guys right now. I like adventure videos of the birds. So I've got quite a lot of them. Unfortunately, some of them have got Jake in, and he doesn't like being in videos, so I can't really show them. I kind of feel guilty that I'm not making it for kids, really, because, you know, probably would be good kids videos. But I like getting comments, so that's why I don't make it for kids. I mean, kids will still be able to see it anyway, because I'm pretty sure that the majority of kids look at normal YouTube anyway. So there we go, it's made public. I don't think Liam would mind me having the videos. The thumbnail is of him here. Geese have had babies. Oh wow, that got 2.8k views. And I only uploaded it the other day. I think that's the one that should have been titled Geese on Water. And then we've got some crow videos. They're not very interesting, but they've got crows on there anyway. More geese. 2 sets of 2 geese have only got 118 views. Should be another one somewhere. I don't see it. That's strange. The cat putting its paw up has only got 492 views. Not really a whole lot. Angry crow pecking. Copyright claim cannot be. It's because it had that horrible, terrible music playing. Anyway, sorry about that. So how was I saying? Yeah, I said she'd come in and she'd yell at me for the slightest thing I did wrong. I guess she's used to my standard now. She does moan at me every now and again, but these days it's only mainly about food or just accusing me of not doing anything, even though I do plenty around here. Like we've established before, I may not do like a whole lot. I may not be the best at cleaning, but I actually do. I did last night. I wiped round the surfaces with those multi-surface antibacterial wipes, and I moved everything, and I wiped underneath. Then I washed the pots. I made brews. I made dinner. I hoovered in my bedroom. I attempted to hoover in my mum's bedroom, but unfortunately the hoover wasn't picking anything up. So I don't know what that's about. So now I've got to sort that stupid hoover out. I went in that cupboard over there, and I took out this absolutely disgusting old deep fat chip fryer thing that we've had for years. It doesn't work, by the way, it's broken. But for some reason my mum has kept it all these years in that cupboard. And I thought, what's the point of having something just kept in that cupboard that doesn't even work and is absolutely disgusting, when that cupboard could be used for actually putting things in? So I took it out. I threw something away that was really dirty. It was one of those no, it wasn't a jug, it was It is like a container that people put cereal in, one of those plastic airtight sealed containers, and it's absolutely disgusting in the bottom, like beyond the point of being able to clean it out. So I threw it away, and I found another one in there, an actual like fridge jug for, you know, water and what have you, proper fridge jug. And you know what? It was very clean. I mean, I don't trust it to be like 100% clean, but it really looked clean. It looked brand new clean, even though it's been in that cupboard for God knows how long, and in the back, so it's behind everything. So that was pretty clean. So I put it to wash anyway. I'm going to wash it anyway, even though it looks clean. But it just needs like maybe a bit of soaking and a bit of rinsing and wiping over. So I'm going to do that. I did laundry as well. I did laundry. And when we get groceries and stuff, I put them away. It does take me a few days because it's quite a lot. And they get tired easily, so I can only do a bit at a time. Oh yeah, those multi-surface antibacterial wipes gave me an allergic reaction, so I was sneezing all night, runny nose, tickly nose. It was pretty bad. So I'm not really happy about using those. But I use them every now and again, and the rest of the time I'll just wipe round with water instead. Well, you know, a damp cloth. I'll wipe round with a damp cloth, which is, you know, without chemicals and stuff. With those wipes called nano towels. Now, nano towels are very, apparently they're already, what's the word? Like, you don't have to use anything like detergents or bleach or washing up liquid or anything. You can just wash things with them, and they clean things with whatever's in the microfibers that they have. So you don't have to use any cleaning products. So yeah, so I can take one of those and I can wipe round with just water, as long as it's warm water. Obviously, I think it has to be warm water, hot water to warm. So, you know, fantastic. Let's see. So I do all of that. That's a lot for me. Oh, I also put all the recycling out and separate all the recycling and rubbish. Put that out. That takes me a while. I hoover the actual carpets every now and again. I don't really do it every day, but I probably should. And the bedding gets changed once a week. Maybe once every couple of weeks. And the pillows I try and do more often, because you're supposed to do them more often. So my bedding is due for changing. So I will do that soon. What else? I've been sorting out the cluttered room, as you know, as well. I got rid of quite a lot of stuff. Quite a lot of stuff. I mean, there's a box right there over there. That could do with going, but there's a bunch of stuff on top of it. Anyway, so that's all the stuff that I do that apparently my mum thinks I don't do anything. My mum thinks I don't do anything at all. So there you go. Apparently I don't do anything. And, oh, bloody hell, let's put okay instead of on. How dare it. Let's see. What else was I going to say? I was going to say, because I was talking about this earlier, that this way of life that I am living now, and have lived for a heck of a long time, has not really been my idea of a good life. Like, it's not been like people talking about living their best life, living your best life. It's definitely not been that. It's definitely not my ideal way of living. My ideal way of living has always been, I've always liked a lot of people around, friends and family, especially family. But of course I had that until I was Well, my dad left, obviously, but that didn't really bother me as much until Grandma died, and then it's like the family's dwindling. So when I was 10, Grandma died. And it didn't really hit me 100% until the next year, when there was nothing really much happening. Because when she died, we had Halloween, and then we had Christmas, and then New Year celebration type things. So it wasn't as depressing, because there was still lots going on. And if you want to include this, like the funeral arrangements and the funeral itself and stuff, I'm not really going to say that's terribly exciting, but it's something, you know, happening, something going on, if you will. And then, like, the week after, we had another funeral to go to as well, which, like I say, wasn't great. I'm not going to say that's exciting again. Although there are a lot of people who like funerals. Like, the people have said, oh, I do love a good funeral. Like, you've heard people say that. It's like, what? They're not supposed to be fun. They're not supposed to be enjoyable. Like, what the freaking hell? That's kind of weird, people saying that, but whatever. I guess it's just an excuse to party or whatever. I suppose the wake afterwards can be a little bit... It's not really supposed to be fun. I don't know. It's not really a happy occasion, is it? It's supposed to be celebrating the person's life, I suppose. Yes, of course. And my other ideal life, of course, is having lots of people to look after me and, you know, be nice to me. Like, I've always wanted people to just look after me and be caring and loving towards me. And comforting, and lots of excitement, lots of fun things happening, like outings and what have you. Lots of fun things to do, whether it be staying in or going out. I like my downtime, of course, but just being on my own all the time is not fun. And that's how it was pretty much after I turned 10, because like I say, the following year when there was nothing happening, so like after January 1st, things sort of calmed down. There was like nothing going on. We used to do lots of stuff and have lots of fun and do lots of going out and stuff. My mum used to take me out virtually every day. We used to go to various different places. But then later on, she just wanted to go to Stalybridge, which is boring to me because there's nothing really much there for kids. And after I was 10, there was like nothing else. There was nothing to do, because all that stuff I used to do, I was now too old to do, apparently. According to these places, you have to be a certain height and weight to do certain things, like play on those indoor climbing framey places. Like Alphabet Zoo, now it's called KK5. I think it's changed its name again, I'm not sure. And then there was jumping jacks. And there was the causeway that had an outdoor playground, and they also had an indoor playground with a ball pit and slides and climbing for things. And like adventure. They call it like an adventure playground. I think that's what it's called. I'm not really sure. I never knew what it was called, so I just call it indoor climbing frames. But I think it's called an adventure playground. And you get like climbing frames outside, and then you get adventure playgrounds inside, where they have this structure that you can climb up and you can walk along on all fours, and then you go up on another level, and you can go up like vertical as well to get to places, and then to get down you slide down. And it's like usually like one of those scary horror house things, which used to terrify the shit out of me, so I never went in them. Loyal servants for the boss. That is what I want. Boss needs to move into House of Fluff with plenty of nice people, similar kinds of people, and servants to boss. Yeah, it would be like a family. It would be really great. That's what I'd really like. And don't forget to support me as well on Patreon. And the funds will go to hopefully being able to make better YouTube videos, being able to make the animations so I can make my cartoon series about weight gain and all sorts of sexy fat stuff. And that will also help towards building a fund so I can move out. And then the next step, but I mean, we can skip all those steps if you want, and if people wanted to, they could like fund to have this House of Fluff thing funded. So the little goals are just to be able to afford food and to afford to move into a rented place, I suppose, or a council house or whatever kind of place I could get where I'd be helped by the council or government or whatever. That would be a little step. And the ultimate step, of course, would be able to buy a big place in the country somewhere that we could all move into. Me and all the House of Fluff people. The members of House of Fluff, that is. And we could all have lots of fun. And it can be like that place I told you about, the chateau, the Kitty Hotel. That's the idea. Where people can dress up. It'd be for all sorts of different people who are different and like to dress up. So yeah. Hello, Anthony. He sounds Italian. I think he's from America. So that's what we must do. That is what we must do. I would like to do that. I've already got one animation done. Like I've said, I've got the pilot done. The pilot of Jeremiah's story is done. So remember, he starts out slim, but he will get fat later on in the series. So that would be nice. That one's waiting. So that would have been the ideal life. Lots of excitement, lots of fun stuff to do, lots of people around. Me getting looked after and help and support would also be really nice. But yeah, it's just been pretty much since I was 10. I spent my teenage years virtually on my own. I had my cousin who would spend weekends here, virtually living here, which was cool. And you know, I created my fantasy life, if you will. That was to help me cope with all these changes I didn't like. It's no good. It's no good. I'm not sure if I uploaded that actually. Never mind. I think I uploaded the one and the other. I've got another window with pussy puss pusses. Pussy puss puss. 9 videos to delete, so I should get lots of space there. Massive Jeremiah with big round heavy belly. Remember, it's never too late to start living another way. Anthony. Hi. Hee. Please support the boss. I sure hope not. I'd like to start right away. Do you think that I could live that way? I hope it's possible. I just need this support system. It's taken me a long time to get one. So far, I think I have Issa. I have the 2 Beckys. Thought it was a massive cat when I remembered you have tiny hands. No. A massive cat. It is a pretty big cat. Cat, not fat, you idiot. It was a pretty good big cat. Becky is coloured in this picture. I think that looks really good. I like how she's got a pattern on his waistcoat, so that's good. It's got his belly just hanging out because he's boozing. Don't know how you do that. I can never get bloody patterns. I mean, there is an option to do patterns, I suppose. I really like that. You know, it's so good. Wow. I really don't know how people do this. They seem to have this like efficient way of colouring things in. It takes me bloody ages to do it. Other people just seem to be able to make it neat and it's like no big deal. Especially line art. I can never do line art very good. It's always bloody messy. I don't know how people do it so neat and stuff. Yeah. Sure, there are many people living together on those kind of arrangements together as roommates. Like people renting house and living there, splitting and living cost among them. I'd like that. But the thing is, I'd need to be able to do that with people I trust. I'd rather not do it with total strangers. Like, you get that, don't you? Sort of like saying, I'm looking for a roommate, and then you just get people applying and like total strangers. I don't know how people can do that, like live with total strangers. You don't know if they're a psychopath, do you? Yeah. Ugh. Fluffs are friendly. Has your food floats to you in your bowls of water. He smiles and he's... No. Thanks you with Muse. And the Muse... No, had his mouth full. So yeah, that's really hard to do and you know, bloody... I don't know, I'm not sure if they're willing anymore. I sent a voice message. Lino Castorelli. So yeah, hopefully we can do that. Issa can do that. Issa can get a place here, somewhere closer, and I'll live with Issa. Let's do that. Oh yeah, let's do that. Oh, yeah. Gosh, I sat here with the intention of writing in my diary. Have I done so? Bloody no. Now, remember I told you I was looking for a diary to write about my experience as a carer of my mum? Well, the very next day after talking about that, I was sent this randomly from the Care for a Cuppa people. Now, it could, I suppose it could be about anything, but I decided to make it all about my experience. I won't. How about every time I do a live stream, I could read a little bit. I won't read all of it because you know I want to get on with stuff. But I am at UK Fair Forums. This was about, I suppose this part here is about my experience with socializing. How's the geese? They were a lot of fun. They were a lot of fun. They followed us around today. Fun things you see. I feel like I'm missing out not going to the canal as often as I should. But I kind of like not going for a while because when you don't go for a while, it's kind of exciting. When you go too often, it can get a bit boring. Even if, you know, you see all the action with the geese and stuff. Didn't see too many at Daisy Nook, though. time coming up with an idea for a career, but I didn't need this thrust upon me, and Mum expected me to be with her all the damn time. When was I going to be able to do stuff I wanted to do? How was I going to socialise and make friends, or even date, and have any chance of finding a partner? I was only 22, and now I had an interest in finding a boyfriend. I was horny all the time too. I had no choice but to find people on the internet and dating sites. I had no smartphone yet. When meeting anyone, I had to do it with Mum there. We'd often go out and meet these blokes at Ashton. First one ever was a guy I met on ukfur.org forums called Michael, before she became proper disabled when I was 20. And then all the rest since. Pretty sure I was 20 when I met him. The rest since, such as Stuart, then George and Sam. It wasn't really a problem for me, but some of the blokes would complain that my mum was there. And Mum would give me a hard time, usually because I'd not paid enough attention to her, even though I split it between both of them equally, or I'd done something wrong. I always used to be afraid I'd said or done something wrong, or that I wasn't supposed to say, because afterwards my mum would always chastise me. And if we had arguments about anything, she'd always bring these blokes into it, even if it wasn't about them at all. She'd make me feel guilty for having these guys in my life, or would say things like, well, you won't listen to me when I say this and that or the other, but I bet you listen to so and so. I forgot to cross the T 1 minute, I can't find it now. Where is it? There it is. And dot the I. Bet you listen to so and so. Or I bet you don't talk to / treat so and so like you treat me. Or you'll look at and answer text from so and so, but you'll keep me waiting if I text you. That might be because I don't always need to reply and just do it or answer in person. And I sometimes would ignore others for a while if I was busy. So no, actually, I treat her and the others equally, even if it's equally as bad. LOL. If I paid slightly more attention to the guy, it's because I'm trying to get to know them, which is another thing Mum wants me to do, as they are new, and I already know everything about Mum. It was like she is a jealous child. She expected to be top priority to me, as I am her carer. She expects to get the most attention, and expected me to be on call and available to her at all times. I was never allowed to go anywhere for very long. I was only allowed to go to the local shops for 10 minutes and not allowed to stray. I would want to go for walks and tried to not be too long, but if I was 20 or 30 minutes, I'd worry I'd be in trouble, and often would be. She would always question me as to why I've been longer. That looks like danger. I'm supposed to say longer. It looks like danger. Longer than it takes to go to the local shops like Waz's mainly. I only went elsewhere if Waz's didn't have something that was needed. So if Mum asked why I'd been so long, I'd tell her it was busy. There were queues, or had to go to a few shops to get what I needed. Our family knew I was being her carer, and never did they offer to help or ask how I was doing. Most stopped bothering with us altogether, and the last lot stopped bothering after Grandad died. I got my first boyfriend at 23, but it only lasted from October to the 14th of... Oh shit, she asked me for a... I did, yeah! Shit. Yes, I did, I just said that! You can! Okay. The following year, nothing after that, I'd met him via Match.com. Free trial, 7 days. It was the following year that Grandad died, so I was 24. In 2015, March or April, and my eczema was so very bad at that point I was miserable and got prescribed steroid cream for the first time. But I had problems with it after a while, and my mood was bad. I had bad anger mood swings and went insane, and it was because my skin irritated so much I became jittery. Bloody catch. Felt not right at all. After we found out Grandad died after... God. I was jittery. Stupid catch. I forgot she asked me for a green tea. I need something to drink myself. But I don't even know what to eat. Because I'm not cooking our food. Oh, I know. I shall have... What's it? Nudes. I'll have noodles. I have loads of them. Well, she keeps buying them me, so I've got absolutely millions of noodles. Better eat them. Yes, please do support me. I'll show you my outfit real quick. It is technically the same as last time, but oh well. Noodles are nom nom. So that's my purple coat. And there's my hyena toy. Zebby. And there's a moth, yep. It's probably going to lay eggs all over it, and then it'll have worms. I do really like the colour. It's one of my favourites. There you go. Well, you've seen the outfit pretty much, I'm sure. I showed you this one. It's the one I really like, that's got the waistcoat that makes it look like I've got a flat chest. I'm cold, so I'm going to put this... Let's make some noodles then. Oh. Oh. Little paws. That paw's cute. What else do I gotta tell you? I'm sure I told you a bunch already, but yes, ow. I remember I told my mum I felt strange when I was 10 and a half. So that was, after Christmas at some point. And she thought it was because I was growing up and it's just like a normal teenage response, but I don't think it was. Things were just not right because, like I say, life was just not how I wanted it. You know, like I say, I wasn't getting as much attention anymore as I wanted. Grandma used to be the one who would give me lots of attention, and Granddad would as well. But for some reason, after Grandma died, Granddad also stopped as well. Or as I like to call them, Coley Go Nudes. Coley Go Nudes. I used to have another type of Go Noodles. I think they were in a pot. Why is it still there? Go Noodles. Yeah, I've pretty much had to get used to just being on my own all the time. It sucked. It has sucked. Well, that's how it's been. Oh. So I've had to occupy myself in other ways. Okay, that's enough. Being creative helps. So don't forget to give me all your money for art. It's hard to be alone if you're a social person. You know, I thought I wasn't a social person when I was younger. I thought I was quite introverted. But I think that was just, I don't know, that just happened after Grandma died at some point. I went in myself. I'll be right back. So, yeah, like my mum wanted, I did get bisques. Actually, I'm going to take you guys with me just in case my mum starts going on with herself again. I'm going to start going on with herself. I've got your Arna biscuits.
Right, who's that guy there? Him.
Well, I don't really know.
Oh, Hogan.
Logan.
Hogan.
Hogan.
Crocodile Dundee. Do you remember Crocodile Dundee?
Oh, yeah, I do.
That's him.
Oh, no, I didn't know. Didn't recognise him at all.
No, me neither. If you hadn't told me who he was and you didn't sound like him, I wouldn't have known
Yeah.
him.
I absolutely loved Crocodile
Hang on.
Dundee. Oh, a little smell of ash. Well, I've got a catch. What do I do?
No. Keep drinking the
Water. It's an annoying catch. I hate them. Is that what you're watching, Crocodile Dundee?
No, I like them. What time is it over there?
Not sure, but early. I thought I heard
Crocodile Dundee.
well, today's my
I know.
watch.
Oh, I'd like to keep, but it's too far.
I know. Just wondering what it was. Coping mechanism. Yeah. So yeah, it's a funny thing. It's kind of like I wanted company, but at the same time I didn't. Now I just occupy myself. I make myself feel better by cleaning. So I do clean now. I just really don't like cleaning products. They just irritate the shit out of my nose and my eyes and my face and my hands. My hands were awful. Like I say, I was wiping it down with. Hang on, I'll show you them. These ones, I think they're like lemony citrus ones or something. And it actually says at the back it may it may induce allergic reactions, and it sure did. My hands were so itchy, and afterwards they were very red. But now look at them, they're much better. After I washed my hands. It says use gloves, so yeah, that's what I'm doing. Bin liner. Random bin liner. Right, well, I suppose I'll just eat these noodles while I get to go then. Noodle bin liner. What do I do with this? I was going to throw it away. If I'm to throw, yeah, it's got like shit on it. Hairs. If I'm to throw this away though, where do I put it? Yeah, it's got holes in it. Where do I throw this away? Life, but it is a bit tatty. Do I just throw it in the bin, or can I somewhere? I don't want to do anything with it until I know for sure. Padded paws. I'm just going to put this towel out there to dry. Oh no, you know what? I'll have a cup of tea. I'll have a cup of tea with it. Ow, my eye, sharp pain. I bet you guys want to see my latest puffer puffers. Feast. I just put them in the recycling. I don't know if they're recyclable or not, but I do it anyway, because if I put all this shit in the bin, I'll just have extra bags of rubbish that I can't get rid of. Oh no! There's a piece of metallic thing in there. I don't know what I call it. Put that in there because it's got food in, so of course. Things like this I do believe are recyclable. Foil. And it's the mixed ones that are not. Things like that probably wouldn't be. But I don't know. They all go in the recycle bin. I've got some Kello stock cubes. That's definitely real. There you go. Oh yeah, I've been having these as well. These are really nice. Oh yeah, I need you guys' opinion on this. Okay, so this is collagen shots. The powder. I've got one left. I'm going to the place tomorrow, so I'll be able to buy some more. I need to know what you think would be more ethical. Or bovine collagen, like this one, with 8,000 milligrams of bovine collagen peptides per serving. But I do believe they have to fish and kill a bunch of fish in order to get collagen from them. Whereas with this one, with bovine, they already have a bunch of, you know, bovines killed for meat, so they just extract the collagen from them. So I didn't know which one was more ethical to have. I wasn't for it, so I wasn't buying these ones. I bought this without reading it, and then when I got it home and had already opened a package and had it, then saw that it was bovine collagen. So I wasn't really happy. I feel like neither is very good, but I personally try not to have meat and stuff. We prefer to have the fish collagen, but that seems worse, that they have to kill more fish for it. No. More fish. Get the fish. You think I should have the fish collagen instead? Okay. So that's my last one. I've been having these because they wouldn't take them back. I did try to take them back. They wouldn't take them back even though I had the receipt and everything, but because one had been opened, they wouldn't take it back. So I had to keep them, and I thought I may as well use them so it's not wasted. So this is my last one, so I'll have to find a different one to have. So that'll be there for later. I'm not sure about having it right now. I think I'll mix it, just, you know, ready. But I won't actually be having it yet. I certainly won't be having it yet because the water's still warm. Here we go. Let me show you what it looks like. That's not too good. Maybe I should do it the other way. Right, well, fish collagen it is from now on then. I'll see if they've got it at Sainsbury's, but I'm not sure they do. I think they only do this one. So this is temporary until I can get my hands on the marine collagen. So if I can't get it tomorrow, I'll just get this one again, but it's only temporary until I can get the fish one. The plain one isn't half bad. It does give it a sort of flavour. Pink drink. I will admit I wasn't really impressed with it at first, but I've kind of grown to like it now. I've lost the other one. I don't know where it's gone. I've looked in the sink. Oh, there it is. So we'll wipe that. There we go. Nano towel. These surfaces are all nice and clean. Actually, I didn't clean this bit. My mum cleaned it the other day. I should probably clean it again. It doesn't look too bad. This food seems to be nearly done now. The corny ones. I'll turn it off anyway, and I'll quickly go up and get changed. So much for writing in my diaries. Corny ones. Oh. Where's my freak phone? Where's my freak phone? My freak phone is not here. Freak phone. Oh, you're kidding me. You're kidding me. Someone likes my minute hoses. Thank you for today. Oh, that's lovely. It's Christmas in May. What? Let's show you the feast. Feast. I'll show you. Feast. Feast. Let me know if you can still see it. So cute. Pie. Cutest pie. There's some fluffer puffers. Aren't they cute? The feast. Feast. So cute. So cute. The fluff is now pregnant. I hope you like them. That's it for now. Cuties. That's all for them for now. Till tomorrow, there'll be more. Now, that is it for now. I'm going to stop the live stream. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to support me on Patreon and PayPal. And no, the GoFundMe's eventually when I remember. So cute fluffs. They are very cute. They're very cute. Thanks for. It will be fun. Lots more fluffs to see. A lot more cute ones to see. I know you will love it. Have a good night. Oh, that's pretty. Nice nighttime emoticon. I just love it so much. Hope someone won't moan too much. I'll draw some more fluffs later. A fluff a night. Good bunched. Good bunched. Good night. You.